I would like to present a short description of the philosophy taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in whose sampradaya my Guru, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, is coming, is 10th in the line of disciplic succession from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is presenting his philosophy as Acinyta, Bheda-Abheda Tattva. Acinyta means inconceivable, Bheda means the difference, and Abheda means the oneness. And it is explained as the inconceivable difference and oneness, or oneness and difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead, God, the Absolute Truth, and His energies. Especially the contentious issue in philosophy is whether the living being is identical with God or living being is a different identity separate from God. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that the living being, each one of us, we are simultaneously one with and different from the Supreme Lord. So how are we one with God? Is explained that we are part and parcel of God, as explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Mamaivansho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. All living beings are amsha of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Absolute Truth. So, if God is Spirit, we are also Spirit. God is spiritual, we are also spiritual. So, there is qualitative oneness with God in terms of both God and each one of us being Spirit. But there is a quantitative difference, and that is where the difference comes. The difference is that God is infinite, unlimited, and we are limited. We are infinitesimal. So there is a quantitative difference and there is qualitative oneness. And this is simultaneously true, eternally a fact, and it is also inconceivable. The example that is given from the scriptures by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the example of the sun and sunshine. If sunshine enters your room, sunshine is the energy of the sun. So because sunshine has entered your room, you cannot say it is the same as sun entering your room. So there's a lot of difference between sunshine entering your room and sun entering your room. But at the same time, there cannot be sunshine without the sun. When you say sunshine, there has to be the sun. And at the same time, there cannot be sun without sunshine. Sun is never without sunshine. Sunshine cannot exist without sun. So in this sense, sunshine and sun are always inseparable. They can never be separated. But still, when we say sunshine is coming into your room, Sunshine is different from sun. It's not the same as sun is coming to you. So simultaneously, the sunshine is one with and different from the sun. This is explained in another verse from the Padma Purana, that just like fire has got as its energy heat and light, even though the fire may be situated in one place. Ekadesha sthitasyanir jyotsna vistarini yatha. It's like the fire is in one place, but the heat and light of the fire is distributed all over the surrounding place. Similarly, parasya brahmana shaktihi tathedam akhilam jagat. The Supreme Brahman, or the Supreme Absolute Truth, or God, has got many energies, and the entire creation is nothing but the manifestation of His energies. So in this way, the truth is that God and His energies comprise the truth. The energies cannot be entirely separated from God, as much as sunshine cannot be separated from the sun. But at the same time, God has got His individuality and His identity apart from the energies. Apart from the energies, God is also existing as the Supreme Person, and God always remains the source. Energy means there is an energetic source. Energy always has an energetic source. There cannot be energy without the energetic source. But the energetic source also, even though He is the individual Supreme Person, but He is never without His energy. Just like the sun cannot be without sunshine. So God is never without His energies. Therefore, they are simultaneously one and different. And that is the philosophy which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has presented. And in the Vishnu Purana, in very simple way it has been explained, there are three major categories of God. They are described as Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta, Kshetrajnyakhya Tatha Para, Avidya Karma Samya Anya Tritiya Shakti Vishyate. God's energy, Krishna's energy, Supreme Lord's energy is originally all spiritual. But that spiritual energy is manifest in three different ways. One is God's spiritual energy in the spiritual world. There is a spiritual world which is comprising the spiritual energy. Then there is this material world which is the external or the inferior energy which is made up of this matter, the material energy. And then there is the living being, the marginal energy in between the spiritual and the material. Why the living being is called marginal is because the living being can take shelter either of the spiritual world or the material world. The living being taking shelter of the spiritual world is situated in liberation, and the living entity, living being taking shelter of the material world is situated in material bondage. So, the characteristic of this world we are living in is that it is the material world, it is the world of material bondage. And every living being is bound up, and the bondage is evident from the material body that every creature has got, beginning from Brahma, the first created being, down to the most insignificant, smallest creature. Everybody has got a body, a material body. So in the Bhagavad Gita, this is explained that the actual identity of the living force or living person is that each one of us is spirit soul, Atma, not the body. But the body is also a reality, though some philosophies say the body is not real. Actually, the body is a reality, but it is a temporary reality, as opposed to the spirit, which is the permanent or the eternal reality. So, as far as our real identity is concerned, as the living force or as the living being, we are all eternal spirit, full of vitality, full of life, eternal life. But what we call as birth and death is described in the Bhagavad Gita as, birth is described as entering a material body, and death is described as coming out of the material body. This is what the Bhagavad Gita describes. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantaram praptir dhiras tatra muhyati. Actually, we are changing body. Our material body is changing from childhood to youth to old age. But we are the same person. That is the proof that we are not the body. We are something different from the body. So we are the resident of the body called Dehi. We are not the Deha. Deha is the body. Dehi is the occupant of the body. So we are all occupants of our body, and the body is just like an external dress. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Just like we discard old and worn out garments after we have used them to cover our body. Similarly, the soul, you or I or any person, quits this dress called the body itself after it becomes old and worn out. And what happens after death, that is what we cannot know by any of our own knowledge or study or analysis or research. Because generally the understanding is that after death everything is over, finished. But that is not what the scriptures explain. The scriptures say that the teachings of the acharyas, the teachings of the great realized souls, is that at death we give up this body and accept another body. We accept another body. So that next body, the whole Bhagavad Gita is teaching us that the next body we accept depends on how we prepare ourselves before death comes to enter another body. How we prepare ourselves. So if in this human form of life we don't utilize the special privilege that we have got as human beings to inquire into who am I? What is the reality of this existence? If we don't inquire and get knowledge from the proper source, then we are going to degrade ourselves into lower life forms. Therefore, in order not to degrade ourselves and continue suffering in this material body, there's an opportunity for enlightenment through proper inquiry from the proper source. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us that in this human form of life, everybody has got a developed consciousness as opposed to the consciousness of the other living beings in other forms of life lower than human form. They don't have the developed intelligence. So, they are not so fortunate to inquire, to make a solution to their problems, a permanent solution. We human beings, we have got the opportunity. So we make inquiry and we can discover our real self as different from the body, and more importantly, we can understand the ultimate reality to be God, the Supreme Person, with whom we have got an eternal relationship, and discover God, ourselves, and our relationship is the essence of all scriptural teachings. All the Vedas are teaching these three things. And if we are able to establish our connection with God, that's called yoga. The whole Bhagavad Gita's Yoga Shastra basically teaching us who we are. We are tiny spirit, part of the Supreme Spirit, God, and we have a relationship, and that relationship is one of love, a loving relationship, and it is that love only which we are seeking in so many other relationships we establish in this world during our life in this body, in this uniform body. We are always seeking to establish a loving relationship with different persons. But nobody can satisfy our thirst for this love or loving relationship like God can. Simply because everyone else is limited like we are. But only God is unlimited. And therefore only God can give us the unlimited love that we are looking for. And therefore all the scriptures are directing us towards God. And God alone can actually satisfy us completely by giving us that love which we are seeking. And this is the essence of the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in understanding ourselves and God, we should understand the qualitative oneness, that is, we are also spiritual as much as God is completely spiritual. And we have got a difference also, that we are very, very tiny. Even though we are spiritual beings, we are very tiny, and God is unlimited. Because He is unlimited, He has got the actual ability to connect, relate with everyone. Each one has got his or her relationship with God. And God is one person, but He is unlimited person, so therefore He expands Himself into as many personal forms as there are living beings. And with each living being, He connects, He relates, He gives His love, and we simply have to discover that through the practice of yoga. And among the different yogas, the topmost yoga, or the easiest, or the most practical, or the best form of yoga is Bhakti Yoga. For those who are unable to accept this practice of Bhakti Yoga, the other yogas are given. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, or whichever other yoga. They are all given for people who are unable to take up the process of Bhakti Yoga. But all yogas ultimately culminate in Bhakti Yoga. That's what Bhagavad Gita is teaching. Yoginam api sarvesham madgaten antaratmana shraddhavan bhujate yomam same yukta tamam. The topmost yoga is the Bhakti Yoga, and in Bhakti Yoga it is basically reconnecting with the Supreme God, Supreme Lord, with whom we actually already have a loving relationship. Just that we have forgotten, we are forgetful, and just to revive that relationship is the necessity of practicing yoga. So this much I will end my talk. And
I have a small question, Swamiji. You told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Acinyta Bheda-Abheda. this the very concept of Bheda-Abheda, simultaneously Bheda and Abheda appearing. It is logically not understandable. Now, what is your reaction? Because if there is Bheda, it means there is no Abheda. If there is Abheda, there is no Bheda. How could there be Bheda and Abheda at the same time, simultaneously?
Simultaneously, Bheda and Abheda is from the example of the sun and sunshine. That you cannot say that the sun is entirely different from the sunshine, because after all the sun is heat and light, and the sunshine is also heat and light. But the sunshine, even though qualitatively one with the sun, is certainly not quantitatively equal with the sun. A ray of sunshine is very, very, very small quantity of heat and light. But the sun is unlimited heat and unlimited light. One sun actually provides light and heat to the whole universe, millions of planets. So that one sun, we cannot conceive how much of energy the sun is giving out. The scientists are still not able to figure out what is the sun planet. They have done some computation that just 1 second how much of energy the earth planet receives from the sun, even billions of times the powerhouse, electric powerhouse, how much it generates all over our planet, that cannot equal that 1 second time the sunshine that is received, the energy from the sunshine. So we cannot conceive how much unlimited energy is coming from the sun. But still, the ray of sunshine is coming from the very sun. What is coming from the sun is this heat and light that the sun is giving out. So therefore, it is true that the sunshine is one with the sun qualitatively. In terms of heat and light, both are actually heat and light. But quantitatively, we cannot ever equalize them at any rate. So, simultaneously, the sunshine is one with the sun and different from the sun. So, the simultaneous oneness and difference is, oneness is in quality and difference is in quantity. Similarly, the living being also, each one of us, we are spirit, God is also spirit, but God is unlimited spirit and we are limited spirit. We are very tiny, we are Anu Atma, he is Vibhu Atma, God is Vibhu Atma, unlimited. So, he has got some potency. No, we have got some potency, little potency. God has got unlimited potencies. He has got personality. We have personality, but our personality is very, very tiny. God's personality is unlimited personality. So in this way, we can see qualities, so many similar qualities. We have got the propensity to love. God also has the propensity to love. But God's propensity to love is unlimited. And our propensity to love is very, very limited. Very limited. So in this way, it is, yeah.
Swamiji, Swamiji, the moment you make a distinction between quality and quantity, there are two distinct things. And you have to speak about their relation. Secondly, if you say that it is quality and the quantity, then do you conceive a borderline between the quantitative entity and the qualities that emanate from that? These are the two questions.
Now when we speak of quality and quantity, if it is matter, then we can distinctly distinguish between the quality of matter and the quantity of matter. We can definitely distinguish. But when it comes to a person, the concept of personality, then we cannot draw a distinct line between quality and quantity. Simultaneously, a person has got qualities, and also those qualities are existing in a certain measure of quantity. So we cannot draw a distinct line between quality and quantity. Therefore, we say simultaneously one and different. Qualitatively one and quantitatively different.
Quality of what?
Quality of the living being.
Substance.
Substance of the substance, yes. Correct. Quality of the substance.
Substance and quality are different.
No, substance itself has got quality and quantity. Anyway, let's not get into a philosophical debate, because philosophy is like that. It is debatable, definitely.
I am told, Swamiji, that there was influence of Madhvacharya on this Acinyta Bheda-Abheda because of this bhakti. Especially he refers to Vyasa.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming in the line of Madhvacharya only. Our sampradaya is called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So Madhvacharya is in this parampara in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming. All the acharyas, bona fide acharyas, at least Vaishnava acharyas, they come in a line of disciplic succession starting from the Supreme Lord Krishna. So we have in our line, beginning from Krishna, the Krishna to Brahma, to Narada, to Vyasa, to Madhvacharya. Krishna, Brahma, Narada, Vyasa. So Madhvacharya is fifth in the line, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is 22nd in the line of same this thing, like Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
There is an uncompromising dualist. How does it go with this?
Actually, the Vaishnava theology presented by four acharyas have got different names. Dvaita, Dvaitadvaita, Vishishtadvaita, and Shuddhadvaita. So, these four theologies have been explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as different perspectives of the one reality based on the explanation of the Vedanta Sutra as presented by the author of the Vedanta Sutra in the form of Bhashyoyam Brahma Sutrana, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva is the author of Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. Now the Vedanta Sutra, Vyasadeva feared, will be interpreted by different people in different ways, and the meaning will be lost. The significance, the import will be lost, the purport will be lost. So therefore Vyasadeva himself wrote a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, and that is the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Bhagavata Purana. So Bhagavata Purana is not just another Purana. Of course, it is counted among the 18 Mahapuranas by Vyasadeva himself. But Brahma Sutra Bhashya, it is the commentary on the Brahma Sutra by the author himself. And in this commentary, he clearly explains the oneness and the difference. So some Vaishnava scholars, they highlight the difference, some highlight the oneness, and Sri Ramanujacharya highlights the oneness and the difference, Vishishta Advaita. So there is qualified oneness. That qualified oneness is something similar to what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains as qualitative oneness and quantitative difference. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much for patiently listening.